Zobo making will forever be a hot topic on this channel, and if you do not know why I just said what I said, you need to go back to other videos to just refresh your memory. Anyways, let's get right into the video. My name is Ayoola. I am a YouTuber based in Dallas. I am a Nigerian YouTuber. And if you're new here, thank you for dropping by. Don't forget to join the family by subscribing, liking this video, dropping a comment. We love to read your comments on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know how we do. You are the real MVP. Thank you for always coming back. God bless you. You're an answer to prayers. And today, I'm just going to dive into one of our hottest topic, which is Zobo making. But today I'm going to be going in with a twist, because for the past couple of videos I've tried to make everybody clear on certain things, and if you're still not clear on them, well, today I'll be addressing 6 things you should know before starting a Zobo business. Honestly, plain simple, 6 things or 7 things thereabouts. Let's make it the number of perfection. Let's do 7 things. I just hope people are not hearing this fan. But let's get right into this video. It's really hot now, it's summer, and that's one reason why you should start your Zobo business, because it's hot these days and people need something cold to cool their body temperature. So these things I'll be mentioning would also, the last thing, I think the 7th thing we'll be talking about will be packaging. And that's because it is important for you to thrive in this business. First things first will be the Zobo leaf itself. So there are 2 types of Zobo leaf. There is one that is the whole one. I'll find a picture. And there is one that is it's grinded. It is not powder form. It is still leaf. It's just broken version of the whole one. So I think there will be a pictorial representation just to joggle your memory. So personally, I prefer the shredded ones, although it takes more time to handle. So if you're starting off your business, I would advise you go for the whole one, because the whole one is easy to wash, it's easy to pick out stones, time is money. You don't want to be wasting your time trying to sort out Zobo leaf. So I would totally advise you that you go for the whole Zobo leaf, just for now, until you have a hang on it. If you have a hang on it, I would say you should start going for the ones, because those ones kind of give you more flavor. It seems like it has more juice that comes out of it than the old one. Maybe because it's already shredded a little bit, so it just works. I do not know the logic behind it, but it works. Or for starters, go for the whole one, because you'll be able to pick out sandstones, whatever debris is in there. Next thing we're going to be talking about is pineapple. So honestly speaking, I would advise you not to use overly ripe pineapple. I know people believe that the overly ripe pineapple are really sweet, but you don't want a situation whereby the pineapple is already almost it's too ripe that it's going bad, and you just feel like, it's really sweet. It would definitely affect the total output of your product. So please use very nice pineapples, because pineapple is like the #1 fruit for Zobo. There are a whole range of fruits, and I keep saying it, use whatever makes you comfortable. This is just me sharing my opinion of what I use. Pineapple is definitely one of those, but whatever fruit you are using, make sure it's not overly ripe to the extent that it's getting spoiled, just to preserve the shelf life of your Zobo. Next thing we're going to be talking about is ginger. I do not actually recommend dry ginger, because it doesn't necessarily give you the flavor that you are looking for, except when ginger is scarce. I would definitely say you tilt towards fresh ginger, because fresh ginger just works. There is nothing that beats, I know we dry things to preserve them, but there is nothing that beats the freshness that comes from this other fruit. So please try your best to lay your hands on fresh ginger, and in the occasion that you can't, well, you can use dry ones, but fresh goes first. Then for customer base, because now we're talking business, right? For customer base, preference is very important. Preference is everything. Some people don't like very spicy things. I love spicy Zobo, but my nephews will not drink it if it's too spicy. So kind of either you divide your Zobo into 2 production and put a lot of ginger into one and put less ginger into another one. So maybe you call that one mild ginger flavor, and you call the other one hot ginger flavor, whatever that means to you. So it helps you serve your audience better, and it also gives you an expansion in your list of audience. So you will have people that both like ginger, and you have people that do not like ginger. So you have those two clients, and you are not restricted to, your ginger is too hot, I don't think I can drink this Zobo, bye. See, so we are trying to keep more customers, we are trying to grow more customers. We don't want any party to leave. So both the ones that are very high, they have like high tolerance rates for spicy, and the ones that do not have, let's make sure that we're serving both parties. I think that's all for ginger. To one of the biggest questions is preservative. Yeah, I'm looking for the best words to use to put this preservative story. So there are two types of preservative. There is the natural preservative and there is the chemical preservative. And honestly speaking, the natural ones, the shelf life of the natural ones are still very short in comparison to the chemical ones. The natural preservative are like lemon. And if you use lemon, just know that your Zobo is going to have like a tiny tangy taste, of course, especially if you overuse it. And the truth is, lemon would not serve you for a long time. The lemon would definitely, so long as it still remain in the bottle capped, it probably take you 2 days max, 2 3 days, and it will still ferment. So these things is another natural ingredient will be cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick is amazing. I use cinnamon stick. I personally don't use it for preservative, but you also serve the purpose. You boil cinnamon stick with your Zobo. It is a preservative, and at the same time, it has like very good flavor. It has very good aroma. It's just very nice, but you also don't want to overdo it. Then, thinking about it now, cinnamon stick in Nigeria is actually pricey. So if you're an audience from Nigeria, you need to watch out for that. So you don't need to overdo it. Just put like 1 or 3 stick in your production, and it would also help your Zobo like preserve it for like 2 3 days max. Honestly speaking, I think that's the highest it can go without being refrigerated. I think that's the highest it can go. The next thing we're going to be talking about is your Zobo itself. So when I allow my Zobo to boil, like steam up, like have bubbles one time, like after it steams up one time, I leave it to sit for a few minutes. Then I turn it. I leave it to sit because I don't want it to burn my hand. That's the only reason I'm leaving it to sit. But you leave it to sit for a few minutes. Like worst case scenario, I will let those bubbles come up twice. So you need to time yourself, check it regularly, don't overdo it, because when you overdo it, the leaves, especially if you're using the shredded leaves, it becomes very soggy. And when it becomes very soggy, when you are sieving, debris will get into the Zobo itself. Like no matter how perfect your sieving technique is, you have tendency of having those debris. And when you have those debris, it's also one of those things that can really make your Zobo to like get spoiled on time, because their leaves is not, so the leaf is fermenting, the drink itself is fermenting, and some people don't even like it when they are drinking and yeah, I just felt the taste in my mouth. When they are drinking and they have like the taste of debris in it, it doesn't just sit very professional, commercial enough for your business. So you need to like watch out for that. And the next thing I'm talking about would be that your Zobo itself, it's very important that you find a way to refrigerate. I cannot emphasize this. It is summer, it is hot for my diaspora people, and even if you're in Nigeria, it's hot almost all year round except rainy season. So starting this business, I would totally say you need to buy a refrigerator, a freezer precisely. But in the advent of I'm starting a business, I do not have money, I have suggested that you find a place to put them. Your friends, family, just leverage on anything that you have. Friends, family, call them together and let them help you. Either freeze your Zobo or keep it cool. Then when you save up enough money, you can definitely go get one for yourself. But before that happens, you can definitely find alternative, like using the resources around you, your family, your neighbor, your friend. So long as it is bottled, nobody would be able to crack it open. You count it and you keep it there. You take it out and you sell. It just makes more sense, especially when you're starting out. You need it can be like, it's not negotiable. But if you are using I forgot to mention about the chemical preservative. The chemical preservative I am aware of is sodium benzoate, and sodium benzoate is like the preservative that you can use, and your Zobo would stay out of the fridge for at least 3 to 4 weeks, it would not go bad. So long as you follow the right measurements. I think I have a video that I spoke about measurements for sodium benzoate, and there are so many resources here on YouTube that has also mentioned the right measurements. I think it's about 1 tablespoon or two to a particular quantity of Zobo. I do not use it, so I really can't give you like detailed information on sodium benzoate. But if you want to get it, definitely watch out for videos, watch out for people. Another thing where you can get it from, someone have asked me where they can get it from. Where you can get it from is all these baking stores. So stores that bake cake, they are very good places to check out for sodium benzoate, and they work. So don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, you will definitely spoil the taste of your Zobo. It becomes something else. But don't underdo it, because if you do it very little, it will still spoil your Zobo, because now it is not enough for it to be active to actually preserve your Zobo. The next thing we're going to talk about is definitely, because I think I've run through 6 things. I believe I have. But another thing I learned recently is that if your Zobo is too light and you want to make it look thicker or red, it is, I think I would definitely subscribe to it, because it is sorghum. They call it, I don't know what they call it here, but I think it's sorghum leaf or sorghum stick, whatever that is, that if you put it with the Zobo, if you boil it with it, it helps it to be thicker. But honestly speaking, you will need to do enough research on that before you try it out. So let's talk packaging. See, everything is presentation. For you to make something appealing is presentation. However, we don't want to overdo this presentation in such a way that we will break the bank and our small business will not thrive. You'll get me. So please, if you want to start, there are some bottles I see online, very fancy, very nice bottles. Honestly, I put a picture somewhere. You do not need those bottles right now. Believe me, I didn't start off using any fancy bottle. So if you are in Nigeria, for Lagos people, somebody said they get bottles from Ojota. I'm not a Lagosian, I do not know, but you can make inquiries about that. And they're just regular bottles, buy made in Nigerian bottles, and you will definitely be able to save more than buying those fancy ones that will be more expensive. For people in Abuja, definitely go to 𝐦𝐞𝐝𝐢 Market, go to Maraba, go to Maraba, I think Orange Market. Those places, I definitely know that they sell bottles there. They are Nigerian made bottles. They are way cheaper than the expensive one. And at those bottle places, they also have the fancy ones. So you will see the price difference between these 2 bottles. And if you are in diaspora, definitely check out Uline or check out Amazon. Amazon might be a little bit pricier, but Uline, I've used Uline, and if I buy more bottles, it is relatively cheaper. But for Amazon, it's a bit pricey, and Amazon has like the fancy ones, but Uline is definitely one I would recommend for you to get your bottles from. Then for stickers, I would recommend that you get a graphic designer to do like your sticker for you, something simple, something attractive. However, if you do not have finances to get a graphic designer, I know a graphic designer that did mine, and I would just put like his contact, or no, I would not put his contacts. I would rather say reach out to me on Instagram at Ayoola Agbona. I'll put my name here, then I would give you the contact on Instagram, because I don't want people to bombard him. People can be strange. But for graphics, if you do not have enough money to do that, I would definitely say go to Canva and make your own. There are so many templates. Canva is a free app that allows you download templates, put in stuff, remove stuff. People create things by themselves these days, graphics wise, and you just go ahead, print it out, and you put it on your bottle. See, it becomes presentable and attractive. And I would also say, if you can't do the thicker sticker, do the transparent one. They are obviously very cute. So, and I think they are even cheaper than the thick ones. So just do your market survey, and honestly, you're on your way to having an amazing business. Lastly, this is just an advice. This is not one of the 6 things you should know before starting the business. Maybe it is. Be ready to be prudent. Don't spend both your profit and your capital at the same time. Like be very prudent. Open an account and try to separate funds, and make sure that you are tracking your growth, because that's the only way you would know if this is a profitable business for you or not. And if it is not profitable, But if it is, then one day at a time. I wish you all the best in your business. I hope you find this helpful. If you do, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a comment, share with your family and friends that are willing to start or wanting to start and they just need pointers. And if you need like very direct help, definitely reach out to me. I might take a while to respond. I'm sorry, life is lifing, but I will definitely do my best to respond to you all. God bless you. I wish you an amazing week, weekend, whatever, whenever you're watching this. I wish you an amazing business and an amazing success story. Thank you. Love you all. See you all in the next one. Signing out.